Greetings to the esteemed judges and fellow professionals. Today's presentations will cover the project title, Diet Planning for Postpartum Mother During Confinement in Childbirth Using Optimizations Approach. These are the team members who contribute to this research. The research addressed two key concepts, the postpartum periods and also balanced nutrient postpartum dietary. Postpartum period is the first 6 weeks of the recovery stage for the mother after childbirth. This period will help the mother to recuperate from the exhaustion of childbirth and prepare for breastfeeding. A well-balanced postpartum diet plays a crucial role for several reasons, such as support maternal health, facilitate wound healing, and also ensure the adequacy of milk productions for the newborns. For your information, there are still a lot of low-income women in the early postpartum who experience poor diet quality intake. In recent years, although it has become a common for confinement centers to operate, but it is still difficult for the low-income family or mothers to afford for it due to the costly price. So, a complete nutrients for menu with minimum cost is required, so it can be the reference for the low-income families and contribute to the health sector. The researchers aim to enhance maternal health and recovery through scientifically grounded dietary strategy. We also compare the suitability of different optimizations approach in solving the postpartum diet problem. We will now turn our attentions to the methodologies employed to achieve the goal. This flowchart outlines the systematic approach taken to achieve the research objective. First, the research will start with the data collections which the information of foods and nutrients of postpartum mother had obtained. Mathematical modeling was carried out in the next step, which involved technique of linear programming and integer programming. These two techniques will be considered as pilot study to run the small datasets for one day's menu. Process of validations and verifications was proceeded by having meeting with dietitians from hospital. Last, integer programming and binary programming were conducted to generate the menu for 7 days by using big data sets. Several information was verified by dietitians in the research, such as food requirements per day, food items in menus per day, and also lower bound and upper bound of nutrients. For model developments, the objective functions will be formulated to minimize the total cost of menu, while a set of constraints will be formed based on the nutrient requirements and food requirements. The lead reshuffle algorithm had implemented in further analysis to increase the variety of foods for each day. These two tables shows the result for one-day menu using linear and integer programming approach. The linear programming approach has produced an optimal solution, but it can be noted that it is not sensible to apply as a menu because it expressed in real number with decimal place, which is impossible to serve and consume by mother. So, integer programming approach has developed, and it provides a better optimal solution which specifies all the requirements and produce the food portions in integer value that make more sense and applicable as menu. Since the pilot study in small dataset shows that integer programming approach is able to apply in this study, so the big data model can proceed to produce a complete 7 days menu. The table shows that integer programming approach and binary programming approach develops the optimal solutions for day 1 menu, which able to minimize the cost of foods and satisfy all the constraints and requirements. Both of our programming method display the portions of foods in a whole number, which is practical and applicable way to serve as a menu for postpartum mother. Other than the total cost of menu, the difference between these two approaches is the foods in menu served using integer programming approach may appear twice in a day, while the food produced using binary programming approach will only serve once per day. In general, both programming methods are suitable to apply to generate the menu for postpartum mother, so the further analysis will proceed to complete a 7 days menu. The lead reshuffle algorithm had implemented in further analysis to increase the variety of foods for each day. The result shows that integer programming approach is less costly compared to the binary programming approach, while binary programming approach is able to produce a menu with a more diversity of foods. It can be concluded that menu with minimum cost and balanced nutrient intake was generated. People allowed to select the menu that best suits their needs based on their conditions and food preference. In future, the researcher recommends to extend the target populations to the postpartum mother from different kinds of health conditions and age. This research shows several benefits such as achieve balanced nutrient intake and enhanced nutritional recovery for postpartum mothers. It also can be the reference for the low-income family and policy formulations and development planning for the health sector. This research offers a multifaceted approach to commercializations such as strategic collaborations with healthcare providers, consulting service, and also food and beverage industry. As of now, this research has been circuited with 1 registered copyright. And this is the industrial collaborator for this research. Then this research has been done in the final year project and managed to publish in EKSD, which is Enhanced Knowledge in Science and Technologies. The research has been honored for the gold and silver medal for the exceptional performance in competitions. That's all for our project presentations. Thank you for your time and attention.